Welcome back. It is still Afro Sport now in focus. I'm glad to say that we have got FC Vatican coach all the way from Switzerland on the show with us today. Coach Deji Adeyemi joining us on Afro Sport now in focus. Great to have you, Coach. Hello, Coach.
How are you?
Very, very good. Good to have you once again. Let's quickly look at the qualifying groups for the FIFA World Cup as far as the African continent is concerned. And very quickly, let's just run through those groups. In Group A, you can see Egypt have got absolute control of that, 5 points clear of their closest rivals with 4 points, with 4 games left to play. DR Congo also, Senegal in a bit of problem in their group. They're trailing DR Congo by a point, but it's neck and neck between DR Congo, Senegal, and Sudan. Just 1 point separating the top 3 there with 4 matches to go. South Africa have got absolute control of Group C, where the Super Eagles of Nigeria 6 points behind with 4 games to play there. Cameroon are 1 point behind Cape Verde in their group, which is a very, very precarious situation. Cape Verde, though, won their game at Angola in their previous, that's not Cape Verde against Mauritius, by the way, that's Eswatini against Mauritius that finished 3-all. In Group E, Morocco have total control of that group. In Group F, the Ivory Coast have a 1 point gap over Gabon. That one is neck and neck. Of course, moving to Group G, Algeria are also in control after a very big win over Mozambique in their qualifying fixture. In Group H, Tunisia also in control of that one. While in Group I, Ghana, the Black Stars, will miss the Africa Cup of Nations, but look like they're in good stead to qualify for the FIFA World Cup. While as we look at those teams, Morocco, these North African teams looking in really, really good form. Coach, if you look at all the teams, there's only the one really big team in trouble, which seems to be the Super Eagles. Apart from that, Cameroon and Senegal are just a point off the teams above them. They're still in with a chance. But why are the North Africans dominating? And the West African teams, apart from maybe Ghana, look like they're struggling.
Like we always say right now, football is no more like before. Many countries have developed their football. And when you fail to develop your football or to prepare very well before any major FIFA or CAF international tournament, then you will pay the price. Because we can see that what is happening right now in Nigeria, we are not decisive to take out the coach that we needed from onset, and the two coach we used from onset, they have not put us in the best position, because we can look at the Finidi results. He play 1 draw and lose 1, and Pesego play 2 draw. So that was set us back. So we are paying for what we failed to plan. Now we are planning to fail.
Cup of Nations, which the Super Eagles qualified for at a canter. They look like they're in control of their destiny in terms of World Cup qualifying. What's changed, especially for a team like Ghana, in the last? It's still the same players, it's still the same coach. What? In their case, it's turned out for the better, unlike with the Super Eagles, where it seems like they're still struggling.
You don't forget the opponent you are also playing in your qualifying is sort of different compared to the one you are playing in the World Cup qualifying. And also the mentality you bring into every qualifying matches, like the AFCON and the World Cup qualifying, it's a two different ball game, because it's a 2 different mentality. Some players give more because they want to go to World Cup, and some give less, and that is the price you are paying for. So I think Ghana, they know what they want.
Let's look at the North Africans, though, like we were talking about, if we can get those groups on the screen once again. The likes of Tunisia, Morocco, Egypt, and Algeria, they look like they've already sown their spots at the AFCON, at the World Cup already. What's the difference between how they play qualifiers to how the likes of Nigeria, Senegal, Cameroon, and the other Western African nations play their qualifiers? Why do they find it really, really straightforward to qualify for all these big tournaments?
Like I said, you are playing against a direct rival that understands you. And the way you start every qualification spares a lot, because when you don't start well, then you'll be finding it difficult now to come back to the top of the table. And every opponent now, like I said, there's no more minors. They study you, especially when you have a opponent that has a good match reader, good coach, good video analyst, good coaching assistant coach that can also help you in your bench. I think those things are key factors that help every team going forward.
All right. So, in terms of this qualification, let's go back to the Super Eagles. How much of a blow will it be if the Super Eagles do not qualify for the World Cup? And in your assessment, do you still think they can pull off a miracle and close up this 6-point gap on South Africa? They still have Benin and Rwanda in front of them. Is there a way around it? And how bad will it be to miss out on this World Cup?
Yeah, let me flash back a little bit. If you remember the last World Cup we did not go, we're gonna come and qualify in our backyard. I remember a player came out, and when the team changed as playing system, their tactics, the name of the player is Judy Gallo. The coaches, the coaching crew, the technical, I don't know if they have a match video analyst, nobody saw it, but the player that is a reverse player saw it. So go to us now, right now. What you are passing through right now, I think is the failure of we appointing the wrong person in the right time. Because right now you can see, I will be honest to you, let me give the flower to what his name, Coach Eric S Chelle. He came now not up to 2.5 months. He has had 3 training with the players, plus the Monday and Sunday and Tuesday, Monday before the match on Tuesday. That's 5 training sessions. You see what he brings to the team. Attacking-minded football. He restored the focus. He restored the discipline. He restored the breaking the undo that we cannot win matches in away matches after 2 years. So I think supposing we are taking right decision from the onset, what you are passing through right now will not pass through it. So sometimes I laugh when people start comparing piesiro, Jose Finidi&Jose to Coach Eric S Chelle. Both of them play 2 matches, and one has 4 points, and the other one has the other 2 have 1 point and 2 points. And now you are doing comparison. I think we should be fair when we are passing judgment to coach like Coach Eric Chelle. And I believe that we're going to qualify, because I've said it before in the past that we are not going to qualify as the best team in the group. But I'm confident. I said it before Eric Chelle came. I think we're going to go for play. I think if the mentality goes to that focus, we still have the chance to be in the World Cup.
All right, thank you very much. Coach, we'll take a short break on Afro Sport now. In focus, when we come back, we'll look at the sticky situation Barcelona find themselves in. They've got players who played football about 24 hours before. They play Thursday night's game in La Liga against Osasuna. Why has that happened? We'll delve into that on the other side of this break. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people. It speaks to youth in a language they understand. It laughs in the face of all types of discrimination. Sport can create hope where once there was only despair.
Welcome back. It is still Afro Sport now in focus. A mini row is brewing on the ground in La Liga as Barcelona manager Hansi Flick has hit out at the authorities for the nature of the rescheduling of their game against Osasuna, which has been put on Thursday evening. And he said that there's a really short turnaround time from the international break. The fixture was rescheduled due to the sudden passing of Barcelona doctor Carlos Menaro Garcia, but Flick expressed his concerns for some of his players who may be unavailable, notably Brazilian winger Rafinha and Uruguayan centre-back Ronald Araujo, who were both in action less than 48 hours ago in faraway South America. While the other 11 players who are on international duty, including Frankie de Jong and Robert Lewandowski, are available, Flick is concerned that they have not fully recovered. Some players played on Tuesday and have to play a game on Thursday again, which is not looking like a very ideal situation at the moment. Flick's side will be looking to extend their 7-game winning streak in La Liga and move 3 points clear of rivals Real Madrid at the top of the standings. In the pre-match press conference, the Barcelona manager made his opinion about the rescheduled fixture very clear.
It has something to do with the recovery for the players. Okay, I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this. And also when you see other leagues, how they handle it with the teams, with the clubs, they're playing in the Champions League. It's totally different than here. I think it's when you play in the Champions League, it's not about Real Madrid against Barca. It's about you know, to protect your team, your Spanish team. It's that they have success in this, but it's not. I cannot change it. Okay, I cannot change it, and we don't look about that. But it's only my opinion. Okay, when I'm here, and you ask me about that, because we play this. I said it always, no excuse.
Well, I've still got the FC Vatican in Switzerland coach, Coach Adedeji Deyemi, still on the line. And Coach, has this ever happened before where players on an international break, usually you feel like a Saturday game is even too early for them to be at their best? What happens in terms of recovery time and fitness if you play in South America on a Tuesday and have to travel to Europe and then have a game on Thursday night?
You know, we have a different way of recovering. Some people need longer hours. Some people need slower hours. So it depends on what type of musculature you have when you are going for long distance journey. Some people, when you have to go for long distance journey or you have to play too much in a week, it's too much for their muscle to contain. So, and that always affects their playing, and because sometimes they cannot give their best when their legs are too heavy. But we have people who are lucky. If you call them one day to the next day to come and play match, they're always ready to play it.
Do you think maybe La Liga could have handled this a lot better? Put yourself in the shoes of Hansi Flick. You have a really important game that will decide whether you go above Real Madrid in the league. You have players who've played 2 matches in the last week on international duty far away, and then on Thursday you have to get all of them back. You don't know their physical status. If you were the manager, would you feel like you're being unfairly treated?
First and foremost, before those decision comes, you have been informed before the league started, you know. And as a coach, there are 3 things you have to do that you have to put right. First of all, you have to be a team management, player management, and game management. That is what affects us in the Super Eagles match against Zimbabwe. Game management. We our video analysts, and sorry to the debate, our video analysts, our match reader, they have to play a vital role when it comes to that. You can see player that is tired, that is not giving their best. You can be able to tell the assistant coach, and the assistant coach can pass it to the main coach. So when you are a coach, you are playing a league that you have to play Champions League, you have to play Cup game, you have to play your league. That means you have to come with player management and team management. Then you have to register more players according to what the rule says in your land. Then you have to find a way to be rotating the players. That you give some of them less game. Sometimes you are leaving, you have to take some players away because you know you're going to, in 2-3 days time, you have to travel again to go for another match. So when a coach of a coach of the team, the technical who has a team man, they lack it, then definitely it's going to tell on the player, because even your training program, you have to know what type of work, you have to balance it, what type of program you have to do, when to do speed training, when to do basic training, when to do the craft training. So all these things you have to consider the players too. Then you can be from there. You can be able to get best out of the players. Without that, then you're going to have a problem with your players, because you overload them.
You've almost said everything, but you really haven't said what I was expecting that you'd answer. Do you think it's fair to get a team with players who've played international football in the last week to play on a Thursday night immediately after the international break? Do you think it's fair?
As long as you're handling a big team, and you're a big player, you are playing international, you are playing for your country, and you are playing for a big club. Now it comes player management. You have to be disciplined as a player. You know that this is what I need 2 days to rest for my body to regenerate. Then definitely after the game, no party. After the game, no watching video, no watching TV, no PlayStation. You just have to go back to eat your food, go to bed and relax. Sometimes take a relaxed bath, and so that you can be able to get your body as soon as possible. But when you fail to do that and you start going outside, or you are awake in the night, you didn't sleep enough, definitely I don't think you can have the strength to withstand after international break and go back to your club and give your best.
All right, one final question. If Barcelona, for some reason, do not win the game against Osasuna and they lose the league to Real Madrid by maybe a point, will this come back to be an issue?
For me, it's not going to be an issue. The coach should know what to do. You have a lot of players. You have also your team B. So that's where the rotation of player comes. So you have to find your balance from the junior team, from the team B and the team A. Those are fit, and those who are not fit, then you have to rest them. You bring player from the team B to spawn for you, fundamental team to carry out the objective. So I don't think that is not an excuse.
Do you still think Barcelona will win the league ahead of Real Madrid, though? Final question.
But as it is now, Barcelona have the edge. They have what it takes to win the league. But sometimes when you go to international break, when the player comes back, some of them, they lose focus. They go and party after the international break. They lose their form after playing their international match. Then going back to their club, they will not be in the top of their game. So sometimes it's fit and sometimes not. I think Barcelona, up to now, I think they have the edge to win the league, because Madrid too is not in their best when it comes to the league. All
right, thank you very, very much, Coach Adedeji Adeyemi, for talking to us. Always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
All right, so that is the much we can take on Afro Sport 9 Focus. Thank you very, very much for watching. My name is Tolu Shotade. We'll see you next time.